Hi, I'm Robert Lee. Welcome to Rooted in Yeshua. And I wanted to share with you some personal experiences I've had recently with some gentlemen who needed healing in parts of their life. I will change the name, but yet share their story. And hopefully, if this helps any one of you, you can certainly reach out for prayer or go see your pastor and get some encouragement so you don't have to walk through the mud like these folks have. The first person, we'll just call him Sean. I spoke to him a few weeks ago, and he expressed to me that he every night was lonely. He's a single man, lonely, crying, had sorrow and grief. He had past issues with many sexual partners. He had lots of visualization and thoughts that were not godly. And he felt that the enemy was attacking his mind. And he said that he has a neighbor who is a witch and has been putting what he felt like were wet blankets, kind of like those dental blankets before they take the x-rays on his body. He felt weighed down. And he felt that the doors were always slamming in his face. And he goes, why is this happening to me? Now, there's a lot of answers to that question. But I asked him, how long has he been born again? And he told me he's been born again for 4 years. I said, well, if you've been born again, I need you to see your situation from God's perspective. Whenever we find ourselves in situations, there are cause and effects as to how we get there. There are doors that we open, windows that we crack open so the enemy can come through. So because of that, the enemy finds any opportunity can to try to John 10:10 us, part A. So we've got to be very alert. It says, I think in Peter, it says, be alert. The devil is a roaring lion seeking who he may devour. He's looking for weaknesses. As a young believer, you have got to shore up yourself, gird up yourself spiritually, put on your armor, never take it off, and be ready for any confrontation that the enemy wants to bring your way. How I counseled him to overcome this is I asked him to see himself from God's perspective. How does God see you? He doesn't see these issues, although he certainly knows they're there. He sees him in the speaking life tone, like I am a son of God. I am a child of God. I am a warrior. I'm a worshiper. I'm a kingdom follower. I'm a man of God. The way you see yourself is shaped by the way you see how you see God sees you and how you know what the word has to say about you. So I walked him through many scenarios as to, making sure that he is surrounded. I asked him, are you surrounded by strong men in your life, strong believers who can gird you up, encourage you, mentor you, counsel you, and set a good example for you? And he actually admitted, no, I have no male friends. I said, well, that's a red flag, and you've got to address that. How do I do that? I said, go to your church that you attend. And he says he attends a church, and that's good. And ask one of the leaders to assign him some men who are willing to help and partner with him. I said, go be in a men's group. Go be in a men's Bible study. If they go do a sport, if they say they go play golf with them. Even if you can't golf, if they go watch a baseball game, go with them. Be around the company of strong men. The old adage, we all know you are who you hang around with, is very, very true. I have been very cautious in my young 57 years of life to be very careful and cognizant of who I choose to spend my time with. I would rather have less friends, but higher quality friends, higher quality, strong believers than many who are scattered about in their character. So be very, very aware of that. I prayed with him. I counseled him into how to solidify himself. I told him to anoint the doorpost of his home. I said, as for the witches, you've got to get strong to be able to counteract them with things in the word. You've got to be able to talk to them with a strength, a spiritual strength. When you're not prepared for battle and you go into battle, you're going to get overwhelmed. So you've got to gird yourself up. At the end of our several-hour conversation, and after prayer and deliverance with him, he definitely felt and knew he was set free. Now he has to go live that way. We can pray for anyone, but if they don't have the mindset to walk in freedom, they'll go back to where they were before. And the Bible always says, don't go back. A dog goes back to its vomit. King Solomon said that. Don't go back to your past. Don't go back to where you used to be comfortable. Spiritually, sometimes, as my wife Cheryl says, you have to be comfortable. You have to get comfortable becoming uncomfortable. You have to go do uncomfortable things because you're not used to it spiritually. Spiritually, you have to learn how to gird yourself up. So with that, I bless and pray for all of you who have experienced this sort of situation. Again, find strong people to surround you. Find people who have your back in any capacity. And in doing so, you will thrive in the kingdom of God and be who God called you to be, because you have a David and Jonathan relationship. You've got a Paul and Barnabas and a Paul and Timothy relationship, those who can really support you in every area of your life. So I bless you, I honor you, and with that we say shalom.